I'm speaking literally. I know there's probably some funny symbolic meaning in there somewhere, but when I say this guy is the Dark Knight of YouTube, I mean he's genuinely a Batman fanatic, and I doubt it goes any deeper than that. His name, Mr. Custodian. Now when it comes to YouTube, a lot of people tend to think that fame and subscriber count are one and the same thing, when in actuality this is not the case. There are lots of insanely widely known channels who have far fewer subscriber counts than you may expect, while inversely there are lots of enormous channels who you've probably never heard of. It all depends on the audience, and why they're watching. Kids channels, for instance, have massive subscriber counts due to how many kids are on YouTube, but mainstream YouTube crowds most likely have never heard of them. And Mr. Custodian is a similar story. He has nearly 600,000 subscribers, and on top of being someone who I guarantee you don't know by name, even his own audience doesn't seem to know him. His Instagram only has 24 followers and his Twitter only has 13, despite each having thousands of posts. So what exactly does the Mr. Custodian channel do? Well, simply put, he uploads Batman-related TV clips. Yep. That's about it. But there are several very odd things about the channel that raise a few questions. I found this channel the way I'm sure literally all his subscribers did, by searching up a random Batman clip I remembered as a kid and finding it posted on this channel. But one misclick later, I was on the main page and at the opening of a rabbit hole I had no idea went so deep. Because this isn't just any ordinary clip channel. His page is incredibly strange for a number of reasons. First of all, what's up with some of these titles? The grammar is ghastly and most of them barely relate to what's actually going on in the video. All the thumbnails are auto-generated and the descriptions are formulaic, only saying what episode the clip itself is from. Plus, the content of the clips are extremely arbitrary, they'll cut off at random times even in the middle of a line of dialogue, and there are over 1,300 videos total. The only posts on his Twitter and Instagram are frames and URLs from his YouTube videos, sometimes spammed several times. And this is when it became clear that this channel is a bot. Or rather, as close as a person can possibly be to one. All the social media is wired to queue up the links to the videos, so that's obviously automatic. And if the channel was somehow like this too, it would also explain the random ways these clips end and the odd titles. Though it could also be because I'm about 90% sure this guy doesn't speak good English. If you look on his channel yourself, you'd notice his featured tab has a title that's in Russian. Yeah, I copied it into Google Translate to see, and it means interesting channels. Insert joke about Russian bots here. But as you probably guessed, the reason there are so many clips is because he uploads entire episodes cut into partials that go up one after the other. Then, other people compile them into playlists and watch the full versions of the episodes without having to click around. You just sit down, click it, and wait for the playlist to take you to the next one. But Custodian himself doesn't seem to put these together in playlists, so I don't think this is his strategy. I just think he's throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks, hoping for a viral hit every now and then that'll grow his subscriber count a bit. At least I think that's what he's going for. Every clip is copyright claimed anyway, so I really doubt he makes any money from this. But here's the strange thing. His channel is verified, and he has a tick. Now, normally this is common for channels with over 100K, but as I've said several times now in other videos, other stupid videos that I really shouldn't have bothered to make because they're very pointless and uninteresting, much like all my videos, there are several things that prevent you from getting a tick even if you meet the other qualifications. Reused content is one of these. Theoretically, every single video he's put out was made by someone else, so there's no possible way he should have this tick. Because the very reason YouTube revokes having ticks in these situations is because they don't want people posing as the copyright holders whose content they upload. I mean, I guess in this case, he's not pretending to actually be associated with DC or Batman, since his name and icon is clearly that of a fan channel, but still. It seems as though he slipped through the cracks of the system somehow. Unless, of course, he threw them off his trail by uploading a bunch of clips of the live-action Grinch movie. Which is something he actually did, and I still can't wrap my brain around it. Especially because he has other channels with slightly different names like Mr. Protector, Mr. Guardian, and Mr. Custodian Anime. One uploads DuckTales clips, the second Clone Wars clips, and the other one puts up bits of One Piece. Ironic. I seriously don't know what to say to this. I feel like Mr. Custodian is just some guy who watches a bunch of TV and decides to rip the video files and upload them. And I still can't see what the benefit would be unless he genuinely is just trying to make certain clips available. Honestly, as much as this goes against fair use, I'm more just confused than anything. Maybe he's just a Batman fan trying to help out other fans. Albeit, not in an exactly legal manner. Huh. You know what? Maybe he really is the metaphorical Dark Knight of YouTube after all.